Hey friends, I'm Elijah. I'm going to show you how to build this awesome, easy cat litter box cabinet, complete with hinges that allow you to lift the top up, some nice decorative trim on the front that showcases this super cute, really fun wallpaper that I found, along with some raised legs that I spray painted a nice French lilac color, and enough space inside for a large litter box. So with all that said, let's get started building. The first part of most projects is getting the measurements. In this case, I want my cabinet to be quite a bit taller and longer than the litter box itself, but I want it to fit snugly on the sides. While I head off to do some modeling in Fusion 360, why don't you hit that subscribe button and give me a thumbs up if you're enjoying this video. I know going to Home Depot or any home improvement store might be intimidating at first, but everybody there is there to help you. They're quite knowledgeable and they can help you with whatever you need. The first time I bought wood there, I was super overwhelmed. There's just so many options there. The way that I do it is go on the app, set a list. It'll tell you exactly what aisle, what bay you're going to pick up your items in, and then you'll be ready to go. We're gonna get some maple plywood, we're gonna get some hinges, then we're gonna head back to the workshop and get started cutting. All of these cuts can be made using just your Kreg rip cut and circular saw. Since our rip cut can't rip more than 24 inches, I did some math to get around it. With our 48-inch sheet of plywood, we can rip the top 8 7/16 off to give us our desired 39 9/16. By doing this cut first, all of our other cuts will be exactly the same length. By using the rip cut, I can make repeatable cuts that are exactly the same width. I had some scraps lying around that I could quickly cut up on my table saw, rather than buying another full sheet of plywood. Using a table saw for this step is completely optional. In the plans, there's an option for a smaller litter box cabinet that fits on one 4x8 sheet of plywood. Quick shout out to my brother for giving me this pocket hole jig for my birthday a few years ago. It's one of my favorite jigs. You'll see me using lots of DeWalt tools, but the brand doesn't make a difference here. You can build this with a $20 drill or a $300 drill. Use the cheapest tools first. Facebook Marketplace has tons of used tools in great condition, sometimes even free. There are many ways to join these pieces together. I love pocket holes to keep things quick and simple. In future projects, I'll explore other joinery methods like dowels and dados. Be sure to drill the pocket holes like I've indicated in the plans. This will help you avoid my issue of 3 extra, super visible pocket holes at the top of your boards. Yep, the lid is not going to get screwed in, Elijah. That's why you bought a hinge. I was worried this pocket hole screw under the door would cause issues, but it worked out totally fine, and I actually left it this way in the plans. If you don't want to cut through it like I did for the door, feel free to move it. While you watch me do the most important bit of woodworking, sanding, why not hit that subscribe button and give me a thumbs up if you're enjoying this video. Priming is optional, but I recommend it when you have a mixed surface like we have here with the wood and putty. The primer will make sure it's one color surface and help keep our paint color even. I'm using mud paint here. I think it's a nice alternative to the OG chalk paint that won't make you question how much paint should really cost. Use whatever paint you want here, even leftover wall paint will work fine. This wallpaper kickstarted the whole project. Once I bought it, I was so excited to get started building. I'll have a separate video about making miter joints in the future. They're not difficult as long as you're intentional making your cuts. Funny story about this picture frame. I never intended to add this, but it's my favorite feature of this cat litter box cabinet. I actually built this twice because I ran out of red oak and ended up using scrap pine. I use a clear coat with mud paint to give me a nice matte finish. If you're using leftover wall paint, you might want to add a couple coats of polyacrylic or another water-based polyurethane. This screwdriver is older than me and starting to fall apart, but it's just so useful I can't stop using it. These furniture legs were kind of giving me a vintage vibe, so I decided to spray paint them to match the rest of the cabinet. And now we're on to final steps for our cat litter box cabinet. To get started, we're going to take each of these and line them up to the bottom of our cabinet. We're going to mark with a pencil where we want to pre-drill our holes. We'll remove this, pre-drill the holes, and then come back with our regular screwdriver and screw those screws in. Shout out to my wife Deepti for getting me this super nice magnet wristband. So here's the things that I learned from building this cat litter box cabinet. Number one, it always takes way longer than you expect a project to take. I always forget that things take longer to build than they do in your head. This ended up taking me about a week. I don't like to be too critical of my work, but I do always like to keep improving. When I first designed this, I was planning to put wallpaper all over this front. This would cover up the pocket holes that you can still see here now. I used a type of putty to fill these in, and it didn't come completely flush when I went to sand it. I thought this would be okay because I was going to put wallpaper over the front, but when I ran out, I was like, well, I guess those are going to be visible now. One of the more positive things that I learned is that peel and stick wallpaper is pretty easy to use. There were a couple flaws where it was overlapping and didn't quite match up. I also tried to use painter's tape to hold it in place and it ended up ripping it, which was a bummer. All in all though, I think it turned out great. I really love the different purples coming together, especially with the feet. I think that just really pulls it together. Overall, I really like how this turned out. If you have a problem that only a non-binary DIYer can fix, leave a comment down below with your problem and maybe I'll feature it in my next video. If you enjoyed watching this video, hit that subscribe button and give me a thumbs up. I have lots more beginner-friendly DIY projects, so you definitely don't want to miss those.